How many days can you stay away from home? This family of 3 has stayed away from home for 35 years. 35 years ago this couple fled a nuclear bomb. The husband, who is a scientist, built an underground shelter in their home. They had just gone down there. The bomb was really coming. There was a huge explosion overhead. The husband had to activate the locking mechanism. It would be 35 years before the door would open automatically. But what they didn't know was that the explosion was caused by a plane crashing. It had just hit their house. And so it was. The couple, with their newborn son, they began a 35-year life underground. And the father had already turned the place a luxurious villa, with all the supplies you need, a supermarket to shop in, fish in the fish pond. They also grow vegetables. It's a very happy life. Gradually, their son Shui grew up. He spends his days boxing with his father. He danced with his mother. His father also gave him his long-cherished baseball cards and stock certificates. He didn't know that how much these things from his father, how much they would be worth 35 years later. Time flies as Marshall grows up. It was his 35th birthday. He made a great wish, and that was to find a wife. And just then the iron gates opened. The family rushed over and opened the gate. After 35 years, they could finally see the world outside. The father decided to go up first to see what was going on. After all these years, their home had become a bar. The father took the lift to the ground floor. The bar owner, who witnessed the process, was so scared he passed out straight away. Then the father went outside. He came across homeless people eating rubbish, and someone vomiting, and a man who looked like a woman. The father was dumbfounded. He went back down and told his wife and children, "The humans up there are seriously polluted." He told his wife and son not to go up there. The father had a heart attack. He was out of medicine, so he had to go out to buy medicine for his father. Before he left, he told him, "Remember to bring back a girl who is not infected as your wife." Then Xiao Shui took the lift to the ground floor. Can you believe this man has lived underground for 35 years? Today he finally came to the surface, seeing the sky as he had never seen it before. But the black man he'd only seen on TV. He was so excited. Then Handsome got on a bus and went to the pharmacy. But after buying his medicine, he forgot the way home. Then he rode the bus all the way home. He spent all the money he had. Then he remembered the baseball card his father had given him. Shui found a shop. He wanted to cash in his card. But what he didn't know was that this set of baseball cards from 35 years ago are now out of print. A single card can go for $6,000. The owner saw that Marshall didn't know the market. He said the set was only worth $500. Just when Shui was happy to have money to take home, the shop assistant, May, revealed the owner's evil intentions. She told him that the cards were worth $6,000 each. Xiao Shui was shocked. A few pieces of paper are worth so much because he couldn't find his home. May drove him to the hotel. In return, he took out a card and gave it to May. The next morning, Xiao Mei found Xiao Shui. He thought he was just dropping someone off on his way, and he got such a valuable reward. He wanted to return the card because he felt sorry for himself. Looking at Xiao Mei, who was so beautiful and kind-hearted, Xiao Shui silently fell in love with him, so he offered to help him sell the cards and Xiao Mei got a commission. Xiao Mei agreed to do so. In a few days, Xiao Shui had already bought all the supplies he needed. He was ready to move back to the basement. But then Xiao Shui thought no, he hadn't brought his wife back yet, so he deliberately told Xiao Mei that he wanted to find a wife. He wanted to ask Xiao Mei for a favor. Want to know how to find a wife fast? Learn and you will know. This night Mei took Xiao Shui to the bar, because he has been learning to dance with his mother since he was a child. Xiao Shui became the focus of attention as soon as he appeared on stage. He attracted many beautiful women, but on the other hand, Mei was not happy. She turned around and left. During the time they spent together, Xiao Mei had already fallen in love with Xiao Shui. At that moment Xiao Shui followed her back. He confessed his love to Xiao Mei. He said he had fallen in love with Xiao Mei from the first moment he saw her. Then he talked about his life underground. He said that it was easy to get infected above ground. Only underground is the safest place. Xiao Mei was blinded by the nuclear radiation. How come I didn't know? Mei thought he was mentally ill. The next day a doctor was called, prepared to send Xiao Shui to hospital for treatment. When he heard that the person he loved wanted to send him to a mental hospital, he ran away. Then Xiao Mei went to the hotel room where Xiao Shui was staying. She wanted to return the things he had left behind. She accidentally found the toothpaste Xiao Shui was using. The date of manufacture was over 30 years ago, and the stack of stocks next to it was also over 30 years old. Now it had risen to tens of millions of dollars. Xiao Mei regretted it. It turned out that Xiao Shui had not lied to her. One day Xiao Mei found Xiao Shui on the roadside. Xiao Mei immediately got out of the car and rushed over to him. They hugged each other tightly, and Xiao Shui realized his dream, that is, he found his wife. Xiao Shui took Xiao Mei back underground. He told his parents the truth, that it was a plane that fell on them. It wasn't a nuclear bomb. After a while, they got married, and the family moved back to the surface. Handsome spent a fortune on a villa. In the end, he helps the bar owner redecorate it. The film ends with the family of 4 living happily together, and that's the end of the film.